Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What you're about to participate in is a federally funded program designed just for you, for your, let's just say, well, I mean, back in the 60s they had MK Ultra. Just look at this as MK, right up to the 6, right up the old gizzy. We're going to do some impressions. Sir, can you shut your mouth, please? You're shitting on my show. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm number 1, he says. What a fella. We're not friends or anything. I never met this person in my life. So we're going to do some impressions. And I think you're going to be dazzled. It's going to be 3 individuals that you've never heard of. Never existed in your mind until a couple minutes from now. Because again, this is a federally funded program. If I was at a place sitting down and heard someone say, as soon as I heard the words federally funded program, I would be out the door across the parking lot in my car and on the interstate. And you guys are all still here. I want all 3 of you to kill yourself to these impressions that are coming up here. So, or you can mosh or make out or whatever. I think it's still legal to make out, isn't it? All right, so 3 impressions. First up's going to be Uncle Mike. And second will be Ricky Bats. And third will be Perry Neum. So Uncle Mike first. Up second. On deck is Ricky Bats. And back in the bullpen is Perry Neum, curator of the Ohio State Tactical Museum. Coming up. Uncle Mike's coming up right now. I just pulled my shoulder just now. I might need a doctor in the emergency room. I don't know if I need an ambulance. I'm gonna have somebody run me into the ER after the show. It hurt. Uncle Mike, everyone. Sorry about the snot market, everybody. It had to be done. Uncle Mike, everyone. No, not that Uncle Mike. This one, not the diamond trading Uncle Mike. That looks too, I don't want to say it. That looked kind of, I'm not going to go with the sideburns. Uncle Mike's not going to have sideburns today.
So, I took my motorcycle out last weekend. It's a 1986 Harley Davidson FXR. Rode around the outskirts of Philly, up in the hills a little. I come back into town, in the Philly, down over by Washington Street, over by the corner of the little gas station. And I went to pump some gas in my gas tank in my motorcycle. And this dude comes out of nowhere. And he said, "Nice bike. What is it?" And I said, "Hey, I ask the questions in this town, not you. Now get the fuck away from me."
That's Uncle Mike, everybody. Uncle Mike. Say it around for Uncle Mike. Up next is Ricky Bats.
How's everybody doing tonight? Good, good, good. Hey, I just want to share an observation which touches upon the basis of human behavior. These people, you hang out at the grocery store, at the coffee hut over there with the old guys, the old retired guy. I don't work anymore. I mean, I'm not retired. I just have a lot of money and a lot of time on my hands, so I hang out at the grocery store every morning and have coffee with the old guys. So you go down to Johnny's Grocery, down on West 57th and 20th, or Broadway. You walk in there between the hours of 5 a.m. and around 9:30 a.m. You'll see three old guys. You'll see that you can't miss them. They sit at the table over to the right. You walk in the store. You want to come and buy some chards, or maybe a can of sweet beans, something. Come on in and say hi. And you'll see three old guys, white hair, three white heads, and me sitting there having coffee, probably arguing over the fact that I had my latest argument with this one cat. He's 82 years old, and he doesn't believe that. What was it? I told him I tried to take off a change of tire on a 1968 International pickup. And the right side of the vehicle, International, the old Scout, not the Scout, the pickups, you loosen the lug nuts clockwise. The other side, you loosen them normally, you loosen them counterclockwise. They both, one goes one way, it's crazy. And he doesn't believe it. He's like, oh, I know International. So anyhow, that's not the point of my story. The point of my story is, I watched these people shopping. They, if you think about it, they get in the car and they drive to the store, and it takes 10, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, to then they get to the store, and they go inside, and they spend another 10, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, picking the groceries. By now, quite possibly, 2 hours has transpired. Then they get to the front end and the checkout, and they don't want to wait 4 minutes. Ricky Bats, everybody. It was Ricky Bats. Up next is perineum. Perineum. Perry was born to a poor Midwestern farmer. Perineum, everybody. Where's Perry's wardrobe? Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Well, I was waiting for a challenge today. Perineum's up next. At least it's been pressed. Nice and pressed. Just rock hard board. Just nice, sturdy, straight, creased, perfectly creased shirt here. Oh, what do we need? Rubbing alcohol? Nah. What is Perry gonna wear today? I think I'm gonna use this. So, where's my, Good evening. I'm Perineum, owner and curator of the Ohio State Museum, Tactical Museum. In my hand is a flashlight, the actual flashlight used in the assassination attempt of a Syrian dignitary back in 2004, where a Turkish government hired assassin scaled the wall of a Moroccan hotel 5 stories up, gaining access to the Syrian's dignitary's room through the window, where the Syrian dignitary was at his desk, probably writing his journal for the evening, and the hired Turkish government assassin came up behind him and struck him in the back of the skull 127 times. And that just pissed off the Syrian. So the Syrian got up and took the flashlight away from the Turk and shoved it right up his ass. This very flashlight went right up the ass of a Turkish
a would-be Turkish assassin in 1974. I never watched it either. It smells like he had, I think he had before the beating, he had, I'm guessing lamb biryani or maybe a chicken masala with a little extra kale. So, and that's the beauty of flashlights, folks. You never know where a flashlight has been. You never know where a flashlight has been, right? We had to get our master's degree back in college and university. Well, I attended this university. It's mostly online. That's what it said on their website, mostly online. And our professor, Professor Liebenstein, made us, the whole class of 2009, carry a flashlight around up our asses for 2 weeks to get our master's degree. And he said, "I'll be watching you." Because he had a little device in there that can tell if it's been, up. He'd send you a text, or he'd call you. Your flashlight has dropped below 98 degrees. He knows the body temperature. He can tell. I mean, you have to take it out for obvious reasons. But other than that, you're carrying it. You're suitcasing one of these for 2 weeks to get your master's degree. I'm like, I went to the dean and I scheduled a meeting with the dean because I was like, this can't be right. I was talking to the other students and they were like, they're younger. I'm an ex-gen. All my fellow students in the class at the time, they were a little younger, and I'm like, I'm trying to start a revolution, like a protest or something, because my mom always told me, if you're gonna go complain, don't go alone, like just another angry little Chinaman. Bring a group of people, bring a girl. My mother said, always bring a girl if you're gonna complain. If you're gonna complain to the head office, bring a girl, and have one girl at least. Why? Is that some kind of credit? Because if you bring a girl, son, they're gonna. Well, you're a clown, son. Because I was told in 4th and 5th grade, both my 4th, 5th grade teachers told me you're a clown. No, but so anyhow, let's get back to the museum. So we had to show these flashlights, take care of these flashlights, suitcase these flashlights around 2 weeks to get our master's degree at the Nancy Pelosi Memorial University. And I get there, I'm like, to sign up, I'm like, Nancy Pelosi Memorial University, she's not even dead yet. And the guy goes, we know. Wow, so I went to complain to the dean. I said, hey, so all the rest of the pussies in my class wouldn't come with me, but so here I am. Hey, so Professor Lippenstein, I don't know how to say this. He wants us to shove one of these things in our bodies up, and is this normal curriculum for this university? And the professor's like, what do you mean? I said, he wants us to shove this in our penises. Oh, he wants to shove it up your ass. Yeah. And he said, oh, well, he's a good professor. He's a very good teacher. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say after. I go, so you don't have a problem with this? He goes, what would you like me to do? I'll do it. And I said, one of your professors, Professor Lippenstein, wants the entire class getting a master's degree to shove a flashlight, carry it around up our asses for 2 weeks to get our master's degree. Don't you think that's just a little out of curriculum, a little extreme? And he goes, I shove things up my ass all the time. What's the problem? I'm thinking, what kind of university, what kind of dean, what is going on here? He goes, I tell you what, you carry the flashlight for 2 days, and I'll talk to the professor for you. And I'm like, you know what? 2 days. Okay, 2 days. 2 days. 2 days, and I'm out of here. I don't need you people. I don't need. I'll go to community college. I'll quit this university. I don't need to carry a Streamlight L520 up my ass for 2 weeks just to get her master's degree. So, there was that. I mean, do you know how I got into you know I got this museum? My grandma Vilma, and I didn't know she was going to, on her deathbed, I didn't know she was going to pass right then and there. So I was the last person she talked to. And what do I tell her? But Grandma, I don't want to run your museum. I'm going to go to Hollywood and become a rapper. And she goes, no, Perito. Perito, take my hand. And I took her little, tiny, just frail, liver spotted, just diseased hand. She had stage 4 abdominal cancer. I mean, she had like Disneyland growing out of her gut. I mean, tumors. And what's a tumor? She doesn't have a tumor. She has area codes growing out of her, and tubes come out of her neck. Is just crazy, and pooping in a bag. I got the colostomy bag. She can't even use her normal mailing routes, and it's just horrible. I mean, who's changed a colostomy bag in here? Show of hands. It's rough. I got stuck with her changing her colostomy bag like 2-3 times a day for 2 weeks. Want to know why? Because my sister Carolyn calls me up one day. Hey, and I already knew something was wrong. She sounded nice, which is bad, and she wasn't being her usual, Cupid stunt self. See what I did there? So, yes, Cupid stunt. Google it. So, and she says, "Hey, can you come over and watch Grandma for an hour?" I'm like, and I knew something was up, man. Something was up. I go, I gotta drive all the way up there. It's already 8:30. I got, She goes, it's Friday. You don't have a life. You don't have any friends. What are you doing? Just on the couch, rubbing it out. It's a Playboy channel. And I go, no, it's Hamster. I mean, no. I thought you like Pornhub. No, Pornhub's boring. Fucking Pornhub. They don't have anything on there. Fuck, I go watch the NCAA cheerleading national championship would be more exciting than Pornhub. No, I like some really dirty, raunchy, sick shit. Some vintage, like, you come across, 1972. Just horrible video quality, which makes it even more hot for some reason. I miss that. Because, like, nowadays you go to a website and it says VHS. You get that word, that turns you on to. What is it about that? You remember back in the 80s, watching porn? Well, you probably weren't born yet, but back in the 80s, we teenagers, somebody go, hey man, I got a fucking, VHS, and meet you radical, and about you're in there watching it in some dude's bedroom, and then you're like watching some pretty neat shit going on, and you're kind of like your little attorney down there. He's like, or tax collector. He's like, what's going on? And then you realize I'm sitting in a bedroom with 3 other dudes. We're all 15, 16, and we're watching this go on. And I'm like, I can bust out a windshield if I wanted to right now. Okay, without using my hands. So back to the museum. So I told my grandma, and I said, I don't want to run your museum, Grandma. I told you that since I was 8. I'm gonna be the next Elon Musk. I'm gonna start my own car manufacturing plant. It's gonna be the Jiggity Factory, Grandma. She knows I'm a clown, and she died. I know, it's so sad. I got a couple rings off her. But you ain't gonna leave these rings, baby, because the nurse is gonna take them if you don't. Yes, I pulled the rings off my dead grandmother. She's still warm too. I thought she was messing with me again. She died a couple times. I came home really late one night and I was on acid. Or no, I was driving around on acid all night. Some really good LSD back in the 80s. And I I know we're supposed to talk about the museum, but I want to talk about my LSD trip in the '80s because I'm Perry Neum, curator of the Ohio State Tactical Museum, and you're gonna listen to my LSD story. God damn it, cops, everything. Cops, pissed off mom. Worst thing that happened to a person, a young man of 19 on LSD, is have his mother that already hates him, pissed off at him about something stupid like you put the truck into the fucking park the truck in the lawn. You're supposed to park in the driveway. And I'm like, all right, I'll remember that. You know. Oh, I forgot my LSD story. Oh, fuck that story. Anyhow, did I say fuck? Can I say fuck up here? Anyhow, my grandma died, and what happened next? Oh yeah, I got stuck. What? Because I got stuck watching her. Because my sister said, "You want to watch Grandma for an hour?" And an hour turned into 2 weeks. She took off with her new boyfriend to Mexico for 2 weeks. I mean, I hate my sister. You know, she's a bitch, but I never thought about, you know, putting her on ice for good. Until then, and it was about the 5th day because I had a lot of money to be made that week, and I couldn't really show up at meetings. I mean, I show up at meetings at like old abandoned warehouses and the side of a river, the Carson River out in the desert, Nevada. You get a lot of shit done in Nevada, by the way. There's no witnesses. You know, these people come up from California, they try to road rage you. You know, they get pissed off and fuck you, and it's like, I'm just driving there going, dude, we're out in the desert. You understand where you're at? There's no witnesses out here, and everybody has a squirt gun. I'll squirt you with bad. You get water all over you. That's what I do. Perry Neum, curator of the Ohio State Museum of Flashlights. So, my sister calls about, I don't know, after 2 weeks. She said, "Hey," and I'm like, "Where you at, sis? Big sis?" And she goes, "Oh, me and Ronnie went to Mexico." And I go, "Well, I definitely went somewhere. I've been watching Grandma for 2 weeks. Why don't you come on up here? Come on, drive up here, sister. I'm making dinner and everything. I cleaned the house, redid the garden. It's beautiful. Come on up here, take a look. I just want to see you. I just want to give you a hug. Come on up here, sis. Bring your boyfriend with you. That big muscle idiot clown. Oh, you know, I could put up 240 pound dumbbells on the incline. What are you putting up?" I'm like, "You're stupid, bro. I don't lift weights. I don't have to lift weights. You know what I do have to do? All I gotta do is get some 99-cent tacos at the Jack in the Box drive-thru and rip down the highway in my Hellcat Dodge or my Celine Mustang and eat it, bro. You know what I mean? Just basically have a nice day, you know, jerk off." And so I mean, get stuffed, bro. Get stuffed. You know? Perry Neum, Ohio State Museum, Tactical Museum. Check us out. We're on Highway 93, past Walmart. Don't stop at Walmart. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to, screw Walmart. Forget about that place, man. It's bad. It's all bad. I had an abdominal surgery at Walmart in Missouri a couple years back, and because I was with this girl, and we were just, riding the hobby horse. We weren't like, she wasn't my girlfriend or anything. We worked together, and then she's all, "I want to come over to my place, smoke a joint." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And then one thing led to another, and I made it abundantly clear to her that I'm not committing to. I'm not even going to commit to this ham sandwich. I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to commit to it. You can eat a sandwich. You don't have to commit to it, right? And she's like, "Oh well, whatever. You want to go to good time. You want a Rama?" Because that was her nickname for grown folks. And Rama, because she has this porno called something Rama, like Pussy Rama or something. So, so we stopped in this gas station on the way out of Stockton, because I had to go pick up a television set from some dude's house. Borrowed his TV, borrowed a cup of sugar, and I drove all the way to Stockton from Silver Springs, Nevada, to borrow a cup of sugar. If you haven't figured that out yet, Stockton and picking something, So we're down there, and we stopped in this gas station bathroom, and we're taking a look at the TV we borrowed in the gas station bathroom, and I'm just sitting there, just kind of babbling, because I slept like that week. I think I got like, I don't know, an hour and a half of sleep in 7 days. So I sleep at red lights. I get a little nap. It's equivalent to, if you're in a busy part of town, you'll get about 10 minutes of sleep time at red lights. You just got to do them in segments. And I just wait till the car behind me honks and wake up and start driving again. One time a cop, I heard a horn honk next to me. And I woke up like, what the heck? And it was a cop. And he's all, you might want to open your eyes because the light's green. And I had a bunch of stuff in my trunk. It was some old antiques, that I could have probably went to federal prison for the rest of my life for antiques. All right, it was an old coffee maker. It was like the world's, it was really expensive stuff. So I said to him, thank you. And he drove off. And I drove up, and I made a illegal left turn, because I just needed to get out of his view of vision real quick. Perineum, Curator, Ohio State. Anyhow, I'm in this gas station bathroom outside of Stockton, if that isn't appealing enough for you, and doing, just taking a look at this television set in the gas station bathroom in Stockton after we borrowed it from our friend, this guy named Cat Dog, and out of the junkyard, almost got eaten by a dog. She almost got eaten by a different dog. My plan was to get out of there was to let the dog eat her, and I'll take off running to the car, lock her out, and just drive out of there. I'm sorry, man. I'm not gonna go up against two dogs that look like that. They don't look happy that we're here. So, we're in the bathroom, gas station bathroom, and I go, I gotta get the surgery, man. It's, my doctor's been telling me, you gotta get the surgery, bro. You're almost cooked, man. And I said, well, when? He goes, what do you mean, when? I've been talking to you for 2 years, year and a half. You need to get the surgery, bro. Your balls are purple. What are you waiting for? Lose your leg? Lose a nut? We'll lose one of your testicles? I go, yeah, but if I'm gonna die, when am I gonna die? You can die right now. You can die driving out of here. You die tomorrow. Dude, you need to get the surgery. And I'm like, can't we push this out a couple weeks? Bro, you need to get this done. And I'm like freaking out. And I'm talking to this girl in this bathroom. And I go, they want $250,000 for this abdominal situation and my balls, and I got to work on my balls, and I got this weird, rare degenerative something I can't pronounce, and they want $250,000. Where am I going to get a quarter? I live in my car. Where am I going to get $250,000? And she goes, oh, you can just have it done for $70 at Walmart. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, it's done at Walmart, $70, abdominal surgery. Ball surgery, abdominal surgery at Walmart? She goes, yeah, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? They do tires, and they do like optometry eyewear. Why couldn't they do abdominal surgery? What would you do? So we went down there, and I met with the surgeon, and I'm looking at the surgeon, and I'm like, dude, bro, you look like you're 19. Are you a real surgeon, doctor? Do you have any credentials? He's like, oh, fuck yeah, bro, I got everything, man. I got everything. You think I don't got it? And I go, no, he had like, he had a wife beater on. He's just a little guy, just a young man, and he had jailhouse tattoos running down his face, and, a lip ring, and that stupid red Fred Durst baseball cap, just sideways, just all gangsta, and come bombing in on a Civic, boosted Civic or whatever, a VTEC, whatever they got going on, Acura. just boom, but the boom, but the boom, just some. I think he was running some. What is that? What is that one? Not NWA, but some pretty hardcore stuff, man. I was like, damn, this guy's gonna cut me open. I go, are you a real doctor? What's the name of the procedure? He goes, the ball procedure, bro. Shut up, sit down, sit here, come here, put this in your face. He puts his mask on me, and he's opening up the cylinder on his bottle, and then he's all, here, hold still. And he sends an IV through the tip of my finger. Who sends an IV through the tip of your finger? And I said, aren't you supposed to put it? So he goes, shut up, shut up. I'm a professional. I'm a doctor. Shut up. So I woke up about 5 hours later. Wallet's gone. He's gone. And leave a police report. And my wallet was gone. He was gone. And my underwear was gone. He stole my underwear. But my pants were on. Who steals someone's who steals someone's underwear and goes through the trouble to put your pants back on? That's a lot of work. Isn't that weird? That was the weirdest thing about the whole thing. I didn't even care about the money or my wallet. I was upset about my wallet because you got to replace everything. But and I went back to that girl. I found her. I go, are you out of your mind? Abdominal surgery, ball surgery at Walmart, really? I mean, I can't believe I fell for that. And she's like, oh well, whatever. You want a ramen? She opens up her blouse and those big, beautiful breasts, and she's just got a perfect ass and face. But she's so stupid. I mean, she's got the IQ of earwax, And I sent her to the store one night because I really wanted a sandwich. I said, and I didn't have mayonnaise, and I want to eat a sandwich without mayonnaise. What's the point? And so I sent her. I go, I want a sandwich, but I don't have mayonnaise. Can you go to the store? Just run out of the store. And she goes, oh yeah, no problem. And she comes back the next morning, like 9 hours later, because it was 9:30 when she went to the store, and the sun was coming up when she came back. I happened to be in the garage doing laundry, and she comes marching up the driveway like she just defeated the French. And I go, where's my mayonnaise? I still want my sandwich. 9 hours later, she goes, oh, it's right here, and hands me this bag, and I pull this stuff out of the bag. I'm like, what is this? What is this? And she goes, it's your mayonnaise. I'm like, this isn't mayonnaise. This looks like RTB gasket sealant, like something you put a valve cover or carburetor on your engine. And I open the can, I squeeze some out, and I'm poking at it, and it's like it instantly turned into like rubber, and I'm like, I can't put this on my. I go, great. Now I can't have a sandwich. Great, awesome. Thanks to you. Thanks a lot. And it's tough. I mean, being a curator of a museum too, it's the same thing. I mean, you get the guy come in. You're dealing with people, dealing with the general public. You kind of wonder. I had a guy come in the other day in the museum. He goes, "Is this the place to be?" And I look up for my magazine, for my BMX magazine from 1980s, and I go, "Yeah." And I look back down at my magazine and completely ignore him. He goes, "Well, how much is it?" I go, "It's $5. It's $5. Okay." That's what. You ever walk into a place like a store, and you're wondering, and this guy's just in a horrible mood, and you're wondering what the hell this guy's problem is, and that's because, you're like, what's wrong with this prick? And it's because this prick just came in before you and put him in a bad mood, and now he's stuck in that mindset. He's just looking down, trying to look away from the world, and then so next time you walk in, so just know that's probably what's going on, and then I have another guy come in and. So hey, is this the Tactical Museum here? And I'm like, yeah, that's what the sign says outside. So what? You want to go in and take a look? It's $5. It's $5. Come on, yeah, $5. Come on, get your wife. Yep. Get your wife, kids, ugly kids. Come on, grandma. Come on. It's not easy running a museum.